Hey guys, good morning. It's me again, and just have a brief rant again today. Hopefully, not too long. Probably not. Let's talk about little kids going to hell. I know it's not the most comfortable topic. Um, I'm probably going to lose some followers over this, but there are some kids who probably ended up in hell. Some really bad kids, but first off, we're all sinners. We were born sinners. We don't become sinners over the course of our lives as we get older. And, I remember being as young as 9 years old, 10 years old, and just being with a bunch of these kids in public school with such, vile thoughts and mouths. And I couldn't believe the stuff that they were saying. And I was 9 years old, around 10 years old, maybe. Kids are evil because we're all evil. We're all born sinners. And, don't think that just because some kid is like however many years old is just gonna automatically go to heaven. What is this age of accountability anyway? Is there such a thing? Is it like a hard number that is applicable to every kid? I don't think so. I don't think there's a thing at all called the age of accountability. I know people have tried to draw things from the Old Testament and trying to figure out what exactly the age of accountability is. Some people say as high as 20 years old. It's just ridiculous. There's no such thing as an age of accountability. There's it's not spelled out in the Bible that you can do whatever you want, and, up to a certain age, and you'll end up going to heaven regardless. Nowhere does it say that. Um, I think it's actually kind of wise, and I think it applies to one of the wisest things about it is that abortion, for example, people who support abortion can't you know claim on biblical grounds that abortion is good because these babies are way below the age of accountability, and when you abort them, you're actually sending them to heaven directly, and they don't have a chance to go to hell, right? And on the other side of that, if the Bible did say such a thing as a specific age, then what about those mothers who lost little kids who are past that age of accountability the Bible mentions? Then those parents would be devastated thinking that their kids went to hell because they're past the age of accountability, whatever that is. So no, the Bible does not mention any age of accountability as far as eternal salvation is concerned. So do I think certain kids are going to hell or will go to hell? Absolutely. On what grounds? On the grounds that we are sinners, and yeah, we're sinners. That's it. Are certain kids who never heard the gospel um, going to heaven regardless? Um, I personally think so. I can't back that up biblically because, as I just said not too long ago, the Bible is very silent about these things. But what we can do is trust in the character of God. And we know for a fact that Jesus always looked favorably upon children. And so we can just trust God's character when it comes to that. And ultimately, there's no age of accountability because it's not like the Lord doesn't already know everything, ahead of time. It's not like he's looking at this kid's life, you know, and God's thinking, oh no, this guy's almost at that age of accountability. Is he going to die before that, or is he going to die shortly after that and end up going to hell without accepting my sacrifice on the cross? No, God's not doing that. Ultimately, as the Bible does say, we're appointed to die once, and then comes judgment. Um, and he knows the days of every single person. There's no suspense. There's no actual age of accountability in God's economy. He's not like in suspense, waiting to see what this kid does, if he's gonna get born again at some point, or he's just going to die before that age of accountability. So he wouldn't even really need to believe in the gospel. No, I don't think it works like that at all. So, so the age of accountability thing is more, for our own conscience and comfort, and we invent such a thing. And I think we should just trust God when it comes to these things. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And yep. So, oh yeah, and one more thing I want to mention: boycotting stuff just because some heathen, you know, who belongs to that company said something against Christians or the Lord or whatever. I think that's just stupid. You do you, whatever you think is right, because yeah, but it's just stupid. Don't make people boycott stuff that you feel convicted about. Okay, read Romans 14. If you want to get really technical, as somebody else mentioned on one of my comments, on one of my tweets, um, if we were to boycott every single thing that has ties to something pagan, something heathen, satanic, demonic, from that particular company, then we're gonna have to boycott every single thing basically, and we're just gonna wait here and starve to death and not consume anything because it has ties to whatever, the Illuminati, so the occult, anything. Stop being legalistic. It's not what goes in the person that defiles a person, it's what comes out of the person. And those are Jesus' words. So I'm going to keep doing whatever I want as long as it doesn't violate my conscience, it doesn't violate the Word of God. I don't care if it violates your weak mind and your legalism. I'm not going to, I'm not going to announce it to the world just to stumble you. But, just if you're one of those legalists, just cut it. Get strong in your faith and stop puking your weakness onto everybody else. Okay? Because that's exactly what you're doing. You're just projectile vomiting your weaknesses to those of us who actually have a strong foundation in the Word of God. So, anyway, that's it for now. High watch date in a couple of weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks. We'll see what happens. Keep looking up. The birth pangs are still here. They're not going anywhere, but we are. Do not be discouraged. Do not, even if these high watch dates pass, we just got to keep looking up because we're close, guys.